What's going on, my fellow Jedi and Padawans? Welcome back to another Jedi gaming video. Thank you guys so much for coming back to the channel, and if you guys are new, welcome, welcome. Today, we are becoming the Hokage, going over a nice review of that two-tailed fox rocket that got a catalyst, giving it its third tail. I know Naruto's the nine-tailed Jinchuriki, but we still talking about some tailed beast here in this video, since this rocket is absolutely gnarly in my opinion. Have always liked it, but it got even better with its catalyst, plus has some very fun, unique properties to this rocket. Alright, so first going over these perks right here for this exotic weapon. This is just a world drop that comes from any of those exotic engrams when you're going through missions, etc. You can get this to drop from that, as well as the catalyst. I got mine from Nightfall, but it can be from any of those core activities, completing it as well. So for our perks on this bad boy, what we're really looking for is its intrinsic trait, as well as play with your prey. So first we have that Void Rocket, suppresses targets, as well as the solar rocket causes damage over time, so it has Scorch applied to enemies. Now with the catalyst here, we have the third tail added, so an additional arc rocket is added to that solar. The arc Jolts targets on top of that. So with this rocket, how I was saying it's unique in its perks and how it applies some certain things, we're having it apply suppression on enemies, Scorch on enemies, as well as jolting enemies. So we have a trifecta of damage that plays out over time with this rocket especially, and when you pair it with something like the Void Hunter like I was, where you have Stylus Executioner, all those defeats from the suppression make you invisible. Now on top of that, we can stun champions as well with Scorch and Jolt, so unstoppables this thing with that Scorch, and the Jolt also with the overloads. So very interesting combo of what this rocket can do inside of the PvE realm. Now on top of the rocket doing all of that with our three different burns, if you will, or suppress, that Scorch as well as Jolt, we have the ability with its twin tail perk that it also tracks the enemy, so we are able to do some nice damage on bosses going through this Defiant battleground. We are absolutely mapping the final boss with this, plus like I said earlier, you can stun your champions with overload in that Jolt, as well as the Scorch can stun unstoppables. So it might take 2 shots for that to happen, for the Scorch to build up or that Jolt to actually activate, but it does happen, and it is so nice in my opinion, because you don't have to worry about running a certain weapon or anything like that. This thing deals with all of that itself. Now on top of that, with our artifact this season, we have that Shatter Orb mod. So this thing throws out 3 different types of ammo to break 3 different types of shield. So we can create those orbs of power when we break void shields, solar shields, as well as arc shields with this bad boy, because of how the volley of those rockets work. So very interesting combo as well. Like I said, this thing shines pretty brightly in my personal opinion for exotic rockets. Obviously we have Gjallarhorn, that is that king of support and DPS, because it spreads wolf packs to other legendary weapons, but this one right here is a very good option for a exotic rocket that just drops from the world instead of having to go through the dungeon like you do for Grasp of Avarice and Gjallarhorn. This thing anybody can get very easily, as well as its catalyst, and you can do so much with this rocket. Like I said, the combination of all of those perks, you have the option to synergize with those subclasses as well for Void, Solar, and Arc. So it is a very good update that they came out with recently with that catalyst, and just making this weapon even better than it was, because it did kind of sit and fall off of that damage, because everybody's using, you know, chill clip hot heads that have explosive light, stuff like that. But this thing, like I said, it takes the place of a Gal Gjallarhorn if you don't have it, because everybody can grab this very, very easily compared to everybody having to run through those dungeons and that sort of deal. So hopefully y'all can get this rocket. Overall, I'm definitely going to throw it in the A tier for exotic rockets for that PvE realm. We do have a lot of rockets that we can use, but there are definitely some, like Wardcliff, my opinion, used to be crazy for damage, but definitely more of a PvP kind of weapon. Then you got like this, the Gjallarhorn Deathbringer, that are very good for some of that damage, etc. inside of that PvE realm. So thank you guys so much again. Hopefully y'all like these little exotic reviews as well, especially since I just got this catalyst. So thank y'all again for that support. I truly appreciate it. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.